Talking Husky hoops on the Yukon Men's Basketball Coaches Show. Back to your host, Mike. Lights are hot.
We're back with Dan Hurley in the Duncan Music Lounge after practice session at the XL Center. Some of the record-breaking stuff that team did last year before we moved more into this roster this year, Coach. Assists, most ever by a UConn team, 710. Most points, 3,095. Most wins, 37. Back-to-back 30-win seasons had been happened before under Jim Calhoun, right?
Crazy.
97, 98 for Jim and his teams in 98, 99. You rip off 30 wins plus in 2 straight years. But this one kills me. The runs that your team went on this year. You talked about the Illinois game. 28 times this year out of those 40 games, you had 10-0 runs or more. That is not easy to do in any sport and on any level in basketball.
Yeah. How
did that happen? Just the mammoth amount of talent and momentum. You just seem to get momentum going in some of these games.
Yeah, just we said like a lot, and you hear it in the press conferences, like bulletproof. Just it was we had no vulnerabilities. Just like we never turned the ball over. We shared the ball. We were a beautiful passing team, and you have best defense or one of the best defenses in the country. You have one of the best offenses in the country. You rebound the ball better. You play harder. Your scouting and preparation is better. You've got depth. The culture. I mean, we always had the culture, and we've always had the preparation and always had the hard playing. The last couple of years, the offense. We didn't play as fast as we would have liked last year, but we were number 1 in the country in efficiency. Like when we got out in transition, we scored. And then if we missed, we got the rebound.
Yeah, right.
Our offensive rebounding is not quite Houston, but it's close.
Yeah. The turnover thing you mentioned, 6th in the country last year, fewest turnovers. I mean, I think 8.8 or something like that. That's pretty hard to do when you're playing a 40-minute game.
High majors, usually that's not what, just our players' willingness to move the ball, screen, cut, move, makes us hard to guard. I think you'll see a lot more teams, playing the way we've played. I think you'll see that a lot more in college this year. A lot more teams moving more, off-ball movement. We've kind of noticed it already.
Yeah, it's harder to defend, right, when you get a team that's doing that?
Yeah, I think basketball got lazy for a while. I think it was just like all ball screen, ball screen, ball screen. Yeah. And then, we hit people the last 2 years with just insane movement and players, body movement. And then the shooting, and we've had smart players, guys that are smart, can handle a lot of information because the offense is complex. So we need smart guys that could pass and shoot on the perimeter.
Yeah, we saw that out in Portland 2 years ago. That was the first sign to me that this could be a great team. I mean, played some great teams out there, looked really good, won by double figures. I mean, when you're seeing it against, the Arkansas of the world and some of these clubs, you just say to yourself, wow, we might have something here.
Yeah. Like when you're great on offense and defense and you could win anyway, and then you just go on these runs because you just stop, 3, stop, dunk, stop, 3. Games would go from 3 to 10 or 12 quick, and then we were pretty ruthless too. I mean, we would really beat people bad. I mean, Cam Spencer, some of the stuff he would yell in the huddle about how badly he'd want to beat them more,
It's nice when you have players that kind of reflect your attitude.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you don't have to do as much of that.
I was just venting about that with this team here today. It's like, take on the personality, like take on how hard we practice, how hard we compete, the swagger, the champion. Because, with the personalities on this team, like we lost some major personalities. Donovan, major personality. Cam wasn't socially active at all. I don't think he went to Ted's once.
That's impossible.
Or no, maybe I think he might have went one time after we won it. But we couldn't get him off the court or out of the cold tub, Cam. So, we've had, so. Yeah,
you need personalities. You need swagger.
And Alex doesn't, and if you see like Alex has got to try to be, Alex should be that guy. I mean, he's got to go into this year, he's got a chance to have one of the best, make an argument he had the best college career like anyone in recent history. I mean, like, he should have all this swagger with him.
Yeah, but he's a quiet guy. I mean, he seems like you're trying to get him to be verbal. Is that possible?
I shouldn't have to try to get someone to be be vocal and be verbal, you know, like, and especially when you've experienced his level of success.
Yeah.
You know, and this is a back-to-back champion going for a three-peat. You know, he's an NBA player. He's a preseason All-American by most. You know, he's got to lead the group. You know?
Way back when, Pat Riley, I think they started using that term three-peat, and everyone said, "What? Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
That is, you know, that's going to jinx everything." But he had a lot of confidence. I remember, you know, being around him quite a bit. You have that same confidence. You're not afraid of it, and I think that's the kind of thing that the team could absorb, right? The feeling of like, we're not afraid of that. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, why would you spend so much of your life doing this if you weren't going to do that? Because, you know, this is a big commitment. It consumes everything. So he can do it. You know, Alex is a unique player. The whole program changed when he got here. I mean, we were not, you know, that's not a coincidence either. I mean, this guy allowed us to do things differently, and his just his character, and it's caused us to change recruiting philosophy for the better. You know, like giving back a little bit of athletic ability for, you know, and maybe upside talent for just guys that are just great basketball players.
Yeah,
and simple. And he's simple.
Yeah.
School ball.
And coachable. That's big.
Never wants to post anything. I mean, he doesn't do anything to help himself become a star. You know, he just wants to play ball.
He needs an administrative assistant. That's what he needs.
Yes.
Just kidding. All right, Coach, we'll be back in a second. Got a live audience here at the Duncan Music Lounge at iHeart headquarters in Hartford on Learfield.